Through the trees to the left, Russia. To the right, remote Finnish farmhouses. Through clearings, a glimpse of the flimsy fence following much of the 1,300-kilometre, 830-mile border that separates them. It's quite remarkable how open the border appears to be. We're not allowed to walk across the field, but at the other side of the field, less than 100 yards, 100 metres away, it's a low, waist-high fence, a few wooden poles and some wire. Thank you. All right. For a clearer view of the border, you need to get above it. From up here, you can really see just how fine the border is, tracing its way across the countryside. It looks calm, yet below here, the biggest geopolitical realignment in a generation is taking place. Oh, the fences?
Also the yard.
Siaku Kohonen is caught in it. Her farmland touches Russia.
Our land is 0 meters.
Your land is on the border?
Yes.
How do you feel about that now?
Confused. It has been safe, but now it is different.
For Finns, that change in feeling came fast. Once tepid support for NATO rocketed as Russia invaded Ukraine, from 1/3 to over 2/3 in a matter of weeks.
NATO, of course, NATO.
Yeah. Excellent choice, because we need now protection, and it's the best available.
Joining NATO would be that gate to us, that no one would invade us.
Here in Finland's east, generations have grown knowing Russia can be a dangerous neighbour. As local legend would have it, when the Russians arrived here 281 years ago and stormed the fort up the hill, they spilt so much blood, this log was carried down the hill on it. World War II commemorations of Finnish dead from battling the Red Army are plentiful too. Finland ultimately escaping invasion by agreeing to be non-aligned. At the last Finnish cafe, before the Helsinki to Moscow transcontinental rail line crosses to Russia, security, not trade, is top priority, despite new EU sanctions on Russia halving business.
If you know our common history with Russia, we were in a similar situation back in the 30s. And I think it would be really naive and foolish of us to remain neutral when we have this much historical background to learn from.
At the local ice hockey rink, many of the pros practicing sport Ukrainian flags on their helmets. Sympathies are strong, similarities easy to imagine.
It's natural to bring in the mind that what could happen because we are so close.
Captain Koskiranta's focus, keep his team's head in the game. NATO membership, he says, should help.
I hope it will bring more like we can a little bit relax and just try to enjoy our lives like we have been enjoying so far.
At the official road crossing, one of the few places Russians can legally enter Finland, traffic is 1/10 what it was 2 years ago, and no apparent cross-border threat. The reverse even. This young Russian seeking Finland's safety and escape from Putin's war.
I think I will never come back to Russia.
Really?
Well, yeah, probably. I also trying to avoid conscription because, well, I don't want to die in Ukraine. That's not like what I would like to do.
It may look like a flimsy fence, but in a few days, when Finland's parliament is expected to vote for NATO membership, this wire and wood border could become part of a new Iron Curtain, keeping Putin's ill intent at bay. Nick Robertson, CNN, on the Finnish-Russian border.